back at it again with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is season 6, episode 1. I don't know why I keep wanting to say season 7. I don't know why, you know? But anyway, this is season 6, episode 1, the beginning, part 1. So last episode we left off, Buffy, she died. Um, to be honest, if I seem unenthusiastic about like her death or not shocked at her death, it's mainly because I think that was a very great ending of a season, but I think it brings me back to that season. Spoilers for Supernatural. It happened like earlier in the series, wherein Dean died. But I know there's like 10 more seasons of fucking Supernatural, so somehow she's gonna come back. It's the same thing with Buffy. It's like there's like what 2 more seasons of Buffy. So, and the show's called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know, it's not called Willow the Vampire Slayer, um, because so I'm curious. So I know she's gonna come back. But if I was watching this live, oh my god, I would have been so pissed off. Especially if I don't know. I don't think by then they announce if seasons are coming back or not. I don't know. But I just know that I would be kind of upset if I seen this live. You know, now I could just binge this show. You know, so that's the luxury of watching shows when it's off the air. So I am curious how she's gonna come back. If I had to take an educated guess, I'm assuming Willow or some sort of magic. I think Willow's gonna help. I think Willow may bring her back, or I do think maybe the Watchers are gonna bring her back. One of the two. Somehow she might have to come back. Someone's gonna bring her back. But it does make a good argument. I think I mentioned this vaguely. Maybe I don't know if I did because I binged like the last 10 or I think the last 8 or 9 episodes last time. I binged them all in like 2 days. So I don't remember if I said this. But I'm curious if they're going to bring in a new Vampire Slayer. Or now that we technically have Faith, is it only just one? So I hope they address that because she's dead. Remember last time she was dead for like, 13 seconds? And then we had a new Slayer. So this time they put her in the grave. So imagine she must have been dead like a while. So there has to be a new Slayer, or is things just balanced out that we have Faith now, you know? Which, by the way, she's still in jail. I don't know if she's out or not. So that's where I'm curious if they're going to address it or anything, you know? Yeah. Or is it like, is it going to be like a Jon Snow scenario? Like, technically the gig is till you die, and she died. So her watch is over, right? Let someone else do the slaying. You know, she's done. You know, so I don't know. I just want right now. I just want to know how they're gonna bring her back. So yeah, I'm just excited for the season. You know, I was talking to Grace about this, saying I'm about to start season 6. She told me that she loved season 6 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So and she does what she could still react to it, but you know her schedule. So she gave me a little high hopes. I thought season 5 was really good. I love season 5. So I'm if this show's gonna get better, that's even music to my ears. But I also told her not to do that. I told her not let me go in with high expectations because newsflash. When you was watching Vampire Diaries, everyone hyped up season 6 of Vampire Diaries, and I thought that season was like not that good. But everyone said, "Oh my god, you're gonna love season 6." It wasn't that good, so I'm like, "Babe, don't hype it up." Okay. Yeah. Also, a couple things before I dive into the show. I don't think that many people responded if they wanted to watch Angel with me or not. So going forward, I don't think I'm going to edit Angel at all on YouTube, but I will watch it on Patreon because I want to watch the show, and because I don't remember it. I mean, for people who've seen our Buffy reaction, I said that I've watched Angel, but I don't really remember it. I just remember maybe like maybe big scenes or big maybe not big arcs, but like bits and pieces of it. Only because, like I said, I watched that show back in 2013. The reason why I know that is because I was like job hunting at the time when I moved to the new town, and I had it on the background when I was like filling out applications, and I binged it like all in like I want to say a week because I had like no job, and I'm not really into social media and stuff like that, so I just binged like 5 seasons in 1 week. That's sad, and that's back in 2013 or 2000, yeah, 2013. So, um, like I said, I don't really remember much of Angel, so that's why I want to watch it. But it doesn't seem like many people want to see the reaction, but I still want to do it. And for those who do want to watch me watch Angel, join the Patreon because I'm just gonna post it exclusively on Patreon, and it'll be the full reaction, not edited down because I already have enough shows to edit as it is, and yeah, so that's just gonna be a perk for people who wants me to watch Angel. So, also Grace did watch like the first 2 or 3 episodes with me, so you guys can get that there. And we just started season 2. Well, to be honest, we watched it like a long time ago, and I'm just reposting it. So, um, but we're on season 2. So, yeah, that's just all the PCA and stuff like that about it. Oh, also, I do want to thank a lot of people who've mentioned that I didn't miss the 100th episode. The season finale was the 100th episode. So thank you for all those comments. Because again, I binged all those episodes in like one day. So I'm getting all their comments. Also, as of filming this episode, I think yesterday, the actress who played Dawn, she passed away. But Melissa, I forget her last name, but I want to say R.I.P. to her. She that's very sad. It's a very sad loss of the community because I've seen her not just Buffy, but I've seen her. The first thing I think I've ever saw that actress in was Inspector Gadget. um, so it was very, and I loved Inspector Gadget. Actually, be honest, just because she passed away, I wanted to rewatch it. Actually, I have it on VHS. That's how much I loved Inspector Gadget. So, again, R.I.P. to her. She was a phenomenal actress. I also liked her in that movie 17 again. Oh, and I loved her in Euro Trip. I thought that movie is so underrated. Euro Trip was hilarious. I was trying to get Grace to watch that. You know what? Grace might do a reaction with me on that movie because I was trying to get her to watch that movie for like years. She has zero interest in watching it, but I want her to watch it for you guys. Maybe I think it'll be a good reaction for us to do. But again, I think it was a very terrible loss, and she's only 39 years old, which is like ridiculous because that's not that older than I was. For some reason, I thought she was in her like mid 40s. I don't. It's just it's crazy, Yeah, because she died at 39. I'm like 33, but for some reason, I thought she was just a lot older. So again, very very sad loss. I was reading a lot of the comments from the cast and stuff like that. Saying their condolences. Yeah, you know, that sucks. Anyway, not, sorry to end on that how to do it. And I know this is a very long intro. You guys probably like get to the reaction, but I just wanted to say that stuff. Let's just dive into it, guys. If you guys want to get the full reaction, check out the Patreon. I'm a couple episodes ahead over there, so if you guys can't wait for like next week's episode, check out the Patreon. And again, I got shows that I'm not even airing on Patreon or on YouTube. That's only on Patreon. So check that out. Let's dive into it. I'm curious what Dawn is going to do now. I mean, technically, her mom and her sister are dead. Obviously, her dad is a piece of shit because they had. Oh, look at this guy. Like, is she like living with her dad? I don't know. Damn, they can't catch with that guy. That guy's kind of on the heavier side. They couldn't catch up to this guy.
drive them towards the Van Elton crypt.
Oh, she's doing a mind thing. Oh, look at this big guy. Come on, Bella. I mean, this guy kind of deserves to die because he's just running around like this. Ooh. Is this a new Slayer? Oh, no, it's Buffy.
Side of that tune, you can get the jump on him if you go the other way.
I wanted you to say so.
Tear it down.
Oh, you know what? This might be a that robot, huh? Is that robot? Oh. That's smart. Now, are they cool with Spike now? They shouldn't be like, give him the stinky eye because clearly he's part of the team. He's helping.
You might have let me in on your plan while you throttle me.
Oh, Paul, watcher. Pass before your eyes. Cup of tea, almost got shagged. Cup of tea.
Look at Xander. I'm telling you, Xander is fucking borderline useless in the show. Like, keep his ass at home. Oh, there you go.
That'll put marzipan in your pie plate, bingo.
Trying to program in some new puns and
Yeah, so it is the robot.
I think it's funny.
The world and the underworld to believe that Buffy is alive and well.
And I will therefore fix it.
You know, if you want to be exactly, she'll never be exactly. I know.
The only really real Buffy is really Buffy.
And she's gone.
Are they forgetting that Spike made this thing so he could fuck it? That's a fucking sex doll.
That is a dawn monster.
Are they living in this house?
Donnie? Hey, you. Today's the big day, huh? It's kind of day that makes you want to return clogs, don't you think?
What? She's going back to school or something? Well, I guess technically the robot's here, so I guess secret or services will not be taking her away.
I'll get it.
No!
It could be my dad. He said he'd call today.
Hey, Anya.
See, again, they mention the dad, but they don't really show the dad. I kind of wish I'm gonna dive into the end of this episode. I'm gonna say what I want to say about that.
What's tonight? Oh, just a Scooby meeting. Spike will be here with you. Maybe you should let the other machine answer the phone from now on. We can't take the chance that Mr. Summers might talk to you and know something's wrong.
If he thought the real Buffy was gone, he could take Don away.
Which he should.
Here, with you and Willow and Tara. Understand?
I do. I want you to stay here as well. You're my sister.
Buffy Bot is about to face her most dangerous challenge
Parents Teachers Conference?
As you
Yeah.
can see, we provide the best in progressive learning. Parents, you have a responsibility to create the right attitude, to teach your child what school can mean.
School is where you learn.
Exactly. Parents let kids focus on school as a social.
But can I also say something though? This Buffy bot is more of a band-aid. It's not going so they have to have a sort of backup plan because this whole Buffy thing, like bot, it can only go so far.
Anya, this register report for January looks a bit off. Pull the files again.
Are you mad at me?
Mad? No, I'm...
Well, then why are you torturing me?
What?
But I won't be comfortable leaving here until I know that absolutely
You're
everything
taking the
is
Ramadan effigy?
Where he's going?
in inventory. It's my personal collection.
Now, what, you think you can just take anything you want? Give it.
No, you give it. Ow!
Okay, when I'm marveling at the immaturity, be scared. Giles is gonna leave the store to you when he goes. What more do you want?
Anyone, I'm going to England. I'm not dead. I'm still a partner.
Oh.
Silent overseas partner. It's just, he keeps saying he's going, and then he doesn't. And I keep almost being in charge, but then I'm not.
Oh.
And it all just leaves me with this stress and bossiness stored up, and it just leaks out.
Hard for all of us. Just be patient.
I was being patient. vacation, but it took too long. I mean, I miss Buffy, but life
She's
changed
ready to
us
go
up.
on, yeah.
I'm sick of waiting to take over here, and I'm sick of waiting to tell everyone about us.
We can't announce our engagement while things are so up in the air.
Why not?
Well,
It's happy news.
yeah.
Happy news in hard times is a good thing.
It is, but let's just hold on. We'll know more after we talk to Willow and Tara tonight.
This whole marriage thing was your stupid idea. I didn't ask to be all crazy.
Yeah. Also, I get Anya's frustration. It feels like you're just... I get it. It might be wrong timing, but, I mean, she must have been dead for a minute. You know, like, can you at least announce it to people? You know, I don't know. If I was her, I get her frustration.
She responded to Buffy Bob because a robot is predictable, boring. That's all schools are, you know. There's factories spewing out mindless little automatons who go on to be very valuable and productive members of society, and you should go. Buffy would want you to.
Fine alone. It's not like anyone's coming after me. I'm not the key. Or if I am, I don't open anything anymore.
Oh, so now she's just a regular girl? He probably just wants company.
Well, I'm just saying.
No,
Oh,
I'm not leaving you to get hurt.
that was the last thing Buffy said to him. I think that's what it was. The last thing Buffy said to Spike was, protect Dawn.
I'm going to kill him.
Slayer.
You can run away now.
Ooh.
You're a machine.
Thank you. Stop.
Oh, the word is probably going to get spread around that she's just a machine.
Vampires, beware.
Yeah. That was kind of dumb of them to let her out by herself.
The Urn of Osiris. You really found it.
Yeah, I went through every supplier the magic box has.
You used a magic box supplier? What if Giles finds out?
Besides, I ended up getting it on eBay.
You found the last note.
Oh,
under
that's
the
why
bed.
he said something seems off about the accounts. Because she used... Yeah.
Which means it's time.
It's time? Like, time?
Tomorrow night, we'll meet back here.
This is deep stuff, Willow. We're talking about raising the dead.
Tomorrow night, we're bringing Buffy back.
Hmm.
It feels wrong.
It is wrong. It's against all the laws of nature and practically impossible to do, but it's what we agreed to. Nobody's changing their minds, period.
Excuse me? Who made you the boss of the group?
You did. You said Willow should be boss.
She should be boss. I mean, shit. Although, again, I was a little upset with her sometimes with her last season.
We were just talking then.
Xander, I can do this, I promise.
Like, every serial killer knows. Sometimes fantasizing isn't just enough. I think that's a line from Kick-Ass.
No one else can know. Not Giles, not Spike, not Dom. They might not understand.
And you know that they'll stop you. And they'll be upset.
Done.
Xander, this isn't zombies.
Zombies don't eat brains anyway, unless instructed to by their zombie master.
This isn't like Dawn trying to bring Mrs. Summers back, or anything we've dealt with before. Buffy didn't die a natural death. She was killed by mystical energy. It means we do have a shot. It means we don't know where she really is.
So you could be bringing back a fucking, just a corpse? Her soul won't be there?
But her soul, her essence, I mean, that could be somewhere else. She could be trapped in some sort of hell dimension like Angel was. I'm gonna let her. I'm not gonna leave her there.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. I mean, that could be the case, but I don't...
It's Buffy.
Here seems to have gotten to a scrape while she was on patrol.
I think my feet are broken.
Looks more like a short in the navigational system.
I want to go out and look for you again, but I figured there were enough things in Sunnydale to go bump in the night.
Good thinking.
calming device locates you when I'm injured.
Oh.
I'm programmed to go to you.
Also, I'm sorry. I just realized something just now.
You know
I get Willow's smart, but she could deal with an android, like fixing a robot.
Turn the flashlight right here. Spike?
Did I say something wrong? I think Spike stopped liking me.
Thinks you're swell.
And how come he never looks at me anymore? Even when he's talking to me.
He just gets cranky. The way vampires do.
Oh. What's she doing, dude? Oh, she's want to leave with it. I don't know. I still think this is not healthy.
Try it again. Only this time, remember your breathing.
Yeah, do it.
Her responses after her injury. I see no harm in imparting a little Eastern philosophy.
She's not the descendant of a long line of mystical warriors. She's the descendant of a toaster oven.
No, perhaps we should call it a day. Your responses are fine. That's why I'm trying to teach you as if you were a...
Human?
It seems like he's procrastinating and leaving.
Every Slayer needs her watcher.
I'm not so sure about that. I can't help but wonder if she would have been better off without me. I did what any good watcher would do. Got my Slayer killed in line of duty.
Oh, that wasn't your fault.
Well, almost every...
How all Slayer-watcher relationships end, isn't it?
Yeah.
I did my job.
What's with the blood rag?
Yeah, and I kicked her synthetic ass. You should have seen the spark.
What type of vampires are these? Biker vampires?
That's what I'm saying. They got some kind of decoy standing in for her. Town is wide open.
Nowhere like the Hellmouth for a party.
I guess with your muscle, you could own it in no time. And look, I know you guys don't usually like vampires.
Oh, so it's not a vampire. It must be some fucked up elf.
But I was thinking, you know,
Let's ride. Let's ride.
I can't take these fucking demons seriously. They look fucking ridiculous.
Gods do command thee from thy majesty. O Mapalaman Adonai.
Are they bringing her back now? Oh, no.
Come forward, blessed one.
Oh, that's Bambi. Oh my god. Did you just...
In death, you give life.
I mean, I guess a life for shit. She didn't have to do that to fucking Bambi. She could have just gone like a chicken. I mean, I think that could have done the same thing. I feel like it would be a lot more appropriate. I feel like a lot less gross if he did it to a chicken. You know?
What is Vino de Madre anyway?
A heart.
Wine of the mother. Kind of black market stuff.
Well, it's your lucky day then. I have something that will distract you.
What?
I've gone. Not one for goodbyes. I thought it best to slip out.
Oh,
Love to you all. Giles.
that's it? After fucking 5 years? Deuces?
I was trying to avoid a scene with
Like we'd make a scene.
you. Me.
We brought you some lovely party.
Are they gonna tell her about, like, ooh, pie? Are they gonna tell him about bringing Buffy back?
Grr, arg.
Grr, arg.
We got your presents at the gas station. We were kind of in a hurry.
We just wanted you to know that we'll miss you. We'll be okay.
I'll take really good care of your money.
sure we'll talk to him all the time, right?
It's not like he's...
We'll call him tomorrow. How about that? See how his flight was? Yeah? Maybe we should have told him. I mean, what if it works? He'll come back.
But he wasted a lot of money for a fucking plane ticket.
Start the circle. Now. Osiris, keeper of the gate.
Well, she's born in 81.
Master of all fate. Hear us.
10 years before I was born. Ooh.
Before time,
Bammy's blood? I thought it was...
know our prayer.
Ooh. What's that?
No! She told me she'd be tested. This is what's supposed to happen. Here lies the warrior of the people. Let her cross over.
Yeah, that wouldn't work for me. I get one cut. I'm okay, never mind. You can keep her. It looks like the mummy.
She needs help.
Xander, she's strong. Break the cycle now, it's over. God, what is that noise?
Oh, of course. Like, what is you guys' motivation here? Just like, yeah, let's vandalize fucking Sunnydale for shits and gigs. I mean, I don't know.
Let her cross over.
A snake just coming out of her fucking mouth? Let's talk about dark magic.
Put it back.
Oh, they're gonna go over and say, oh, she's just a robot.
Slayer.
These your friends?
They're my boys, yeah.
Yeah, this is my crew.
Good. Now tell them to get back on their loud bicycles and go
We're
back
the
wherever they
we're
came from.
the grass green gang.
Hold her.
Ooh.
You're nothing but a toy. A pretty toy.
Oh,
I would, but you've injured me. I have to return to Willow.
yeah, as I say, yeah, she got injured. She's gonna bring the gas green gang over to fucking Buffy, or where Buffy's being resurrected at. I don't know. I kind of feel like that is a programming error in itself. I don't think that she should have programmed it to come directly to Willow. She should have programmed it to go to like a direct, maybe Spike's house or some other location. What the fuck?
Osiris, release her.
I need service.
Of course. Did that end the thing? What was that? Expecting those Patronus? My thing is, did it work? Obviously it worked, I imagine. But they broke the thing. Is that a... Ugh. I think I could have gone my entire life without seeing a corpse version of Buffy. Alright, let's talk about it. As for this episode, oh shit, let me stop it. It's starting next episode. Ooh, there you go. As for this episode, I thought it was okay. I think that there were I do feel like this episode kind of had a pacing problem. There was something I think they could have cut out, but I think they could have gone without the Sons of Anarchy coming over to mess up Buffy's grave or interruption her spell or whatever, bring her back. but I kind of get why they need it because it needed to be some sort of high stakes. But I kind of feel like if you took out the Sons of Anarchy, like elves, uh, I still like it. I feel like it still would have done its job. Um, like I was thinking maybe if they had some sort of like moon or something like that, or something that, uh, a comet. That's the reason why they could bring her back. You know, like they need the spell, but also some sort of comet or something like that, or something along those lines. Something else. Cause I feel like the spell itself seemed a little easy. You know, I mean, she did say it was kind of hard to get some of the ingredients, but the only ingredients she needed was uh, that little cup and deer blood. You know, so it didn't seem like it was that hard. But I kind of felt like if we're gonna bring Buffy back, they could have said, "Oh, this is our one and only time to do it." Like they need some sort of comet or some sort of special moon or something that is like rare, so you could bring Buffy back. You know, but them just going on eBay buying this little cup and then going to get some deer blood didn't really seem all that interesting. I mean, the spell itself seemed kind of cool because you could like she did that stuff, you know. But besides that, that's my part of my that's like a complaint I have. Also, again, they didn't mention a new Slayer. Again, they didn't even touch on it. I thought maybe they would have mentioned it, but they didn't. It's sort of like Avatar. If for people who's big fans of Avatar, The Last Airbender, it's sort of like Aang dies and then um, the next Avatar is not born. They just want to just like bring back Aang. He's like, no, he's dead, so a new Avatar needs to take his place. Again, I would have excused it. I would have made no big deal unless they mentioned, oh well, there's still faith, so I'm assuming no new Slayer has been called, or they might bring it back later on later on in the season. I mean, there's still 22 episodes, so maybe they'll still touch on it, saying, "Oh, we'll be another Slayer." Maybe this one is not too crazy, you know. So maybe I should just hold off on it. Maybe they'll touch on it in a couple episodes, or maybe we'll meet a new Slayer at the end of this season, or the end of like the next episode, or something along those lines. Yeah. Again, the whole Buffy part thing, it was nice to whole. I think it's pretty cool that they were able to include the Buffy bot, so we can still have the actress who plays Buffy, Sarah Michelle Gellar. It's nice to see her still play the role. You know, I because I would have felt like without the Buffy bot, it would have felt kind of like, oh, when we're just sitting here waiting until Buffy gets here. You know, even though I felt like the Buffy bot as a whole was kind of flawed. You know, like again, it was a temporary fix. I feel like Giles probably should have known that. You know, it's something that I don't know. I just it just didn't make any sense. You know. But again, I could excuse it. Also, oh no, this is also a touchdown too. They mentioned the dad, okay, once. I meant to say this last, like when I binged the episodes, because again, my biggest problem was they mentioned the dad after the mom died, but it's like, oh, we can't get a hold of him because he's like vacationing in Europe or some shit like that. It's like, maybe the death of your baby mama is probably a bigger concern over your vacation, you know? But I always thought that in the Buffy universe, and I think I told this to Grace off screen, that I much preferred if they would have just said that Buffy's dad was dead, you know? That he died before the show even started, because he never was a huge part of the series, obviously. They don't really mention, actually, they don't really mention him, if at all. So it would have made more sense if he was just dead, you know? The whole thing is, and it would have made a little bit more sense too with the whole the protective services coming over and take Buffy away, because they said, oh well, then Dawn will go into the system. They don't want that, you know. So it would have made more sense saying, oh, that's why we have a Buffy bot, because we don't want Dawn going to the system, because technically all her relatives are dead, you know. And that's something I would have just made. It said, okay, that now I get why they did that, you know. Versus, oh, we don't want my dad to know because I don't want to be taken away. You know, at least have the dad come over and stay in Sunnydale. You know, just until the son's gone or something. You know, that's why I thought. But Grace, I should say this. Grace did tell me not to bitch about it, but it's on my mind. You know, it's like that's what I'm thinking about. So, yeah. But anyway, overall, I think this was okay season premiere. Again, it is a part 1 of 2, so maybe that's why I'm feeling like, oh, I wish there was a little bit more, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna dive into the next episode. If you guys want to get the full reaction, check out the Patreon. The link's in the description down below. I have a few episodes ahead, and also if you guys want to watch the Angels reaction, check out Patreon as well. And I'll see you guys next week. Deuces.